Hey, it's Ryan with QLZ. It's a special edition of the Green Room. We're talking with Jamie Toole. Jamie, you are one of the co-owners of obviously the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. I was out sick last week. Didn't want to pass it along to you, so we're doing this through video right now. You're also I like the title as well of Chief Storyteller. That's one of the big things. I like that you have that title.
Yeah, I appreciate you not getting me sick too. I try to navigate away, particularly during baseball season, which is upon us. Can you believe Major League Baseball's cranked it up, and
Yeah.
Cardinals or Cubs are trying, and I think the White Sox are still there. But yeah, we're fired up, man. We're fired up for year 3 of the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes, and always good to catch up with you.
I know, and I know you mentioned the White Sox. I'm a Guardians fan, being originally from Ohio, so my apologies for that. So, I mean, the Cubs and Cardinals. I mean, outside of the 2016 World Series, still hurts a little bit,
Yeah,
as a Cleveland fan. But I
that
mean,
was a great World Series, though,
it
man. That
was.
was, boy, that Game 7 was maybe the best ever. I mean, that was just
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, the Rajai Davis home run when they tied it back up, I fell off my couch. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm finally going to see a Cleveland Indians World Series win." And then it was like, "No, it's like the '90s. They're just going to lose it all over again."
Well, and as a fan, not really rooting for either one of those two
Mhm.
teams, just seeing that game, the roller coaster rides, like, can you believe it? Holy
Yeah.
smokes! So, yeah, man, Guardians will get one of these days.
Yeah, now they're now the team that has the longest. The Cubs got theirs, so that was about the only solace. Was like, okay, the Cubs are about the ones who suffer a little bit more than we do. It's our turn now here very soon, but
Yeah,
things to look forward to. Obviously, like you said, the third season of the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes, and last year you guys had added the big LED boards. You did some more stuff with concessions. You added the beer garden. You made a lot of great improvements to the team and the overall facilities of Robin Robert Stadium. What is the outlook for this year when it comes to what you guys are bringing in for the third season?
yeah. So with the stadium, we unveiled in December, which was our 2-year anniversary from announcing the new ownership group. We unveiled a pretty robust renovation plan that we're phasing in, and for us, really, that's the focus. We want to improve the ballpark, really modernize the ballpark, get it to a position where we can recruit other events such as University of Illinois baseball, state championships, just a lot more programming, concerts at the stadium. So we sort of paused any direct improvement to the facility as we create this master plan and sort of work on that. We are working on a long-term partnership, lease with the Springfield Park District, which would keep baseball in Springfield for the next 20 years, which is important to us. One of the things for us that's important is a long-term commitment. Our community has sort of seen ownership groups come and go, and at least for the modern history, hasn't been overly successful and sustainable. So we want to show our long-term commitment, and yeah, I'm very excited about the future. The future is upon us for year 3. Tons of promotions, probably the most promotions we've ever put together. We really focused on that this year. A lot of kid family centric promotions. I think the most giveaways by far. I think we have something like 8 or 9 giveaway nights with some
Awesome.
crazy fun stuff, and it's going to be a good time.
And you guys have wrestling coming here as well.
We
One of the
do,
big things,
yeah.
yeah.
We just announced that. That's sort of a partnership with Jeff Jarrett, who's part. You
Mhm.
mentioned the ownership group. There's 7 members of the group, and Jeff's a part of that. And he has been doing this his whole life. And boy, since we got here in December of 21, we've been talking about this wrestling event. And for whatever reason, he went back to work with WWE, and now he's working with AEW. It just didn't work out timing wise. So finally, we say we're doing this wrestling show and we're putting it out there. So yeah, in fact, that's going to be September 21st, Saturday, coming up in the fall. Also gives us an opportunity to sort of expand the programming window away from just the summer months, which is what we'd like to
Yep.
do. But I'm really excited about that. He's excited because it's sort of a new project for him, and a little bit of what they would call an independent show for Capital City. Capital City Clash is the name, and I'm excited because I've never really worked behind the scenes on promoting a wrestling show, and it's pretty fun.
The energy of it is great. Like I've only been to Raw one time. The energy is unlike anything you've ever been to in
Yeah,
your life. When I was in Wisconsin before here, I actually did some ring announcement stuff with and worked with a couple different wrestling companies in Wisconsin, and it's fun. Like you said, it's great family. It's a great family event. The kids love it, the parents love it as well. So it's cool. You guys have a lot of stuff going on. What have this is your third year. What have you really enjoyed about, since you and this ownership group have taken over, what have you kind of enjoyed the most about, bringing things here to Springfield and bringing things to the, to Robin Roberts Stadium?
I think the people, I think there's just the Midwest and certainly Springfield in particular, just the people are great. There's a willingness to want to support something that's positive. And, all along when we were doing our research and coming in, and it was a little bit confusing how baseball and certainly minor league baseball wasn't as popular in Springfield because, you mentioned your Guardian fandom, but the love for the Cardinals and the Cubs and even the White Sox
Mhm.
in the Midwest is really strong. And so we're a little bit confused with that. As we got into it, I think it was pretty simple. I don't know that there was a product and a value worthy of people really getting behind it, and that's no indictment towards any other ownership group. It just is sort of what we've seen as we begin to program new promotions. And really what we want to do is we treat it like we're the AAA team for the Cardinals.
Yep.
You look at our promo schedule, it's going to be right up there with any AAA, AA, single A team. And I'm biased, but I think better in some cases. And we just have a short season with 30 games. So then I think that the trick is two things, new and fresh things. You mentioned wrestling, but we introduced cheese ball last year, which is our spin on banana ball with the crazy rules. And we have the Battle of the Sexes going into the third year, and the Legends game into the third year, which, by the way, I think you're playing in the Legends game, which is just awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me to that. I played modified softball about 2 summers after I graduated college, and that is the extent of my baseball. I never played Little League. I was always a soccer kid, so I never played Little League growing up, never played high school because I was a soccer guy and a track guy. So my baseball skills are a little bit limited, so I can't promise you too much, but I should have some fun with it at the very least.
I think you'll have a blast, man. It's a good time. You're going to have a good. It's also to raise awareness and a few bucks for Boys and Girls Club of Central Illinois, and that kind of leads me to the other ingredient. I think local, right?
Yep.
So we're working on our third craft beer with Anvil and Forge. We have one already with Buzz Bomb and one with Springfield Beer Company. We use Taraski meats. We try our best to patronize local. We are pretty close to announcing our partnership with MJ Kellner, which is a local distributorship. Of course, we work with you guys over there at Midwest Family. As much as we can incorporate the local community, I think that's the recipe for long-term sustainability.
No, I'm with you on that. And again, like you guys had Shoes on First last year. It was a delicious beer. It was very good
Job. They did a great job with that beer. And sometimes with craft beer, it's not easy to have that creativity, but then make a beer that, we don't want people falling out of the stadium, and we don't, from a business perspective, we don't want you having one beer. We'd like you to have a couple. So to enjoy a night at the ballpark with some cold beer and warm hot dogs. Ryan, Rebecca, that whole crew over there, Springfield Beer Company, they're just terrific.
And it was the perfect beer last summer. Perfect beer on a hot summer day. It really, really was. It was very good.
I can't ruin it because there are a few tricks up our sleeves, but we got a nice little spin on that coming here a little bit later this off season, right before the season. So
awesome. Very cool. And Jamie, before I let you go, man, goals for this year, for the team. Like you said, it's a short season. You've got a lot of awesome promotions and a lot of things you guys want to do at the ballpark, and you've upgraded the ballpark. The goals for the team this year, it's a 30-game season. So, what are your kind of goals going into this year for the team?
Well, two things. Number one, the first year we were able to make the playoffs for our first year. Last year we made the playoffs and won our first playoff game. So we'd like to get that championship. I think that'd be fun to design a championship ring and have Springfield be a home of champions and so many great athletes and great stories from Springfield sports community. But also I think to continue to entertain, have folks come out to the ballpark, maybe haven't been in several years and have been reluctant to go, get involved. Things like this Cozy Dog brand that we just unveiled as a one-off, and just continuing to grow our presence in the community and be a positive impact. We, our saying, you probably heard me say before, our internal saying is baseball's our platform, not our purpose. We use baseball, we use sports entertainment to bring people together and create a situation for maybe 2 or 3 hours a night. You can forget about all those challenges that you have. Hopefully you don't scroll on social media and talk about blah, blah, blah. So for us, it's entertain, have a good time, and be an asset to our community.
Awesome. Again, Jamie Toole, co-owner of the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes, Chief Storyteller. Again, people want to see the entire schedule, all the fun nights you guys have coming up. Where can they do that?
Shoesbaseball.com is the best resource for that. And also at Shoes Baseball is our social. I'll tell you, the giveaways, the promo nights, the entertainers, it's off the charts. It's a really action-packed summer. Certainly there's something on there for everyone.
There is, and we're looking forward to it. I'm looking to go out and potentially make a goof of myself on May 25th, and should be a lot of fun. Jamie, we appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, Ryan. You guys have a great day.